Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here, getting ready to play The Infected. Alright, so came over here, sold a bunch of stuff, got ready. We're gonna be doing some decorations and everything else in the process. Basically, I came here to buy a bunch of tech. If you guys enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe. I try to show tips, tricks, helpful hints, and everything else. We did manage to have quite a bit of mechanical parts, so I can actually do a couple things. I am going to get the decreased stamina depletion, because that's going to help out a lot. And then from there, we're going to buy furniture and props. We're going to spend everything we've got for that, and then after that, might save for a few more of these skills. Most of these benches I don't really care for. Gas, the elevator, I might get. The repair workbench, I might get for armor, but we don't really need that. So, first things first. Elite runner! Then, everything else. Really? Hold on a sec here. We need how much? Hundreds. We have 10, 20, 30, 40. I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's... What can I do? Maybe? I'm trying to figure out what I can use to get the last little bit of, which is the problem. I didn't expect to be short by so much, and I ain't selling the mechanical parts without a doubt. I might, you know what, we'll sell some of that, and we'll sell another stack of plastic. I think we have a little bit at home, and we can make more plastic if we need to make more. Preferably, would like to not have to, but alright, you. Actually, do I have anything? No. So, you, and yes. And actually, we don't need... We just need 76, so if I can... That should be enough. There we go. I probably could have made a little bit more money if I had sold all of these instead of, but the aluminum and everything, that's quite of a lot of, that's a hell of a increase or boost. And I could have sold these for if I cook them for a little bit, and I could have sold the ribs. Ooh, I could have sold the bacon. So I did have a little bit of money I could have sold, but I'm gonna have to work on filling in all the ghost images off camera. It's gonna be a hell of a lot. The problem is, oh, you guys are all back. You know what? Screw it. This will either get me more plastic or get me some more money. Either way, good enough. There's one more somewhere. And I saw him, but or saw the infected, but I'll worry. I probably won't fetch him. Ooh, 9 gold. Woo! What about you? 7 nails. Meh. And you? 5 nails. Oh yeah, we're living in the nails life. But yeah, I'm gonna try and get what I can done. Try and plan out, prepare. Maybe look into a new game to play around in. But until then, we'll just try and finish up what we can. Now, if another big update comes and it's one that I enjoy, then I probably will be like, yeah, nope, I'm done. Woo! Part of the reason why we wanted mechanical was this. I think what I'm gonna do, I assume I can do this, and in order to protect the gate, is I'll put a set of spikes like this, put another set of spikes on the other side, and then have the gate open and close that way. Now, I don't think I have to worry about it, so I probably will move these out of the way and just leave it as is. Or I can simply just use this. And do this and just call this in like that. That is an option. Biofuel and other things, sweet. Definitely got a lot of things to move around. Woo! But for now, let's start looking at decorating, and then after that, we'll have to start looking at upgrading. So over here is going to be the kitchen, which means I should realistically move this. We'll have it right here. Actually, right there. Yeah. We'll have a window nearby. We can put some counters here, which I gotta look at. We're gonna want to have a food prep. We're gonna want to have the one of these, which I'm glad I didn't put relays and stuff for, but we can put that right there. We are gonna want a counter. So we're gonna go to furniture, we're gonna go to kitchen, we're gonna grab one of you. I probably should be using my DPS settings and stuff, but meh, to make this a lot easier. Yeah, we'll have a counter right there. I think I might move this over. Yeah, and we'll have a counter on this side. Then we'll set up some counters up here. Now I have a couple options to do for the counter, which is, let's move you over here, is I could use these. And what I could do is, if I get this built, I should be able to stack this on it, but for now, we need planks and nails, which, amusingly enough, we've got a few nails, which we just burned through, and we got a decent amount of planks. However, Mike is still having trouble filling this up because of the plants. Oh, beautiful plants that he's wasting so much time on for absolutely no reason. But I'm sure the developer at some point will get that fixed. In the meantime, we'll just worry about this and worry about all the other crud. But let's get the decorations, the buildings, the processing. Bedroom's gonna have to wait because I still gotta put in the floors. Lots and lots of work to do. But until then, yay! So, placeables, decorations, we're gonna want a TV. Probably set up a computer area. Furniture, we're gonna go back to you. Kitchen. How will this work? If I set that there, if I put it in the corner right here, it would not work. If I can, so maybe we can go with two of the, well, actually, I am gonna want a food prep station. So let's actually do that. We'll take a food prep and put it next to the sink, because then we can wash our fruits and vegetables if we need to wash them, or other stuff of that nature. Although maybe we don't want it exactly on it. So maybe I guess we'll go with one step away. So we go right there, and then we have the food prep right here. So we'll go with food prep right there. Then from there we can decide a few other things. I think with the you. The problem is this gap right here. I'm gonna have to probably figure out what I can put into here and kind of fill in that gap a little bit. Maybe I can find something. Not a fireplace. No, not wood shelving. Actually, I may want to put some wood shelving around here in some spots. We are going to want lighting. Bathroom. We have a sink. We have a food prep. We are going to want a fridge. The fridge is mostly just for looks. Do we want to set the fridge over here? Yeah. Right, I can't build. I gotta delete you and then put it over here. So we'll get the fridge. And we'll set this up over here for looks. Maybe right there. Could be a little bit closer to the wall, but I'll accept it. So now we got a fridge. Admittedly, I wish the fridge was a bit taller and maybe a bit wider. But again, now we have this little corner here, which I wish we could have something, maybe a counter. It would be nice if we could have a counter that we could stick right in here. That would be nice. All right. So we have you, we have the food prep, we have the water, we have the fridge, we have the sink. Now we need the stove. We are going to want some shelves. And, I think it should be fine to have it right there. It's a little bit away from that, so I might have to readjust to move this over and line this up with this, although I don't think it really matters. This is kind of why I want an electric stove, because then I could put it up against the wall without having to deal with this little part. But still. So now we got you, and you. What else do we need for decorations? Yeah, pretty much kitchen. Now, if I build some of this, I might be able to move this up and have some cupboards across here. Now, depending on how you want to do this, I could put one here, and then put these across. I kind of wish we had some half cupboards. We're going to need some nails. You're going to need electrical parts, copper and iron. Woo! That's a hell of a lot of iron. But we're going to need glass stick and firewood for this, although I could make it where we could use the ones the dang it, I'm drawing a blank. My brain is just like, screw you. The windows that open, we could put windows that open here instead of solid windows. Now, after we get this, I'm gonna want to make sure we have a clear pathway. So we're gonna just use ghost images because I like to use them. We're going to use railings. So this here is going to be the surrounding spot. So from there, we're going to want to have probably against the wall here. So do I here. Then we have the dining room, which will go over to here. So this little area right here would pretty much be the dining room. So we'll throw in some tables and other things over here. So back to decorations, furniture, dining room. The question is, what type of dining room do we want? Do table B? Kind of wish there was a shortcut to this, but so far I only have the setup for like this. Living room. Wood coffee table. No, we want dining. Maybe table C? Metal table is a little too fancy, but we could go with that with wood chair C or wood chair B. Glass doesn't really feel like it would work with this build, even if I do brick. Brick would make it a little bit easier. I might switch out the tables at some point. Admittedly, we don't really expect other people to show up, since it's just literally role playing. You just have Mike and me. So maybe we'll have a table here, but we're gonna want enough room for people to sit in and sit down. So I think right there should be good. We should have enough room to slap down a chair. Then we can go to this dining. I might go with the fancy red chairs, with this being pretty much where we can't actually scoot them in and out. So we'll go here and here. We'll have here so we can have a few guests. Like this. That should be good. Then we can take and place another table over here. The problem is it might be too tall. Nope. I may have to switch over to a different category. Table D, no. Others. Furniture. House or no, that would be a bad idea, because I was thinking a kid's table. That's kind of why I was looking for a short table. Bench. This feels too big. And the rest of this doesn't really feel right. This feels, I mean, we could, I guess, do this right here and put four chairs. What chairs would we want to go with? Especially since we don't want fancy chairs for them, because they might break them. Dining room. But we do want a little bit of cushioning. So I guess we could do this. So one here. One there. One here. Admittedly, I don't think there's gonna be that much, but you never know. So this should be enough room, because we'll have the kids here, we'll have the adults here, and then we can have, or vice versa, the kids over here and the adults over here, depending on how many there are. So that should take care of the dining room. Then we have the kitchen, which I'm going to probably want to put shelves here. So furniture, other wood shelves, that is a little short. And we are going to want a few other, well, actually, the shelves should be fine. There should also be, hopefully, nope. 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 Huh. Do we not have them? Hmm. We don't have shelves. Aw. I wanted some shelves, like a shelf that I could put on here, not just uh, this. Plus, this is going to need be a little. I would have to. I would want to stack this if I can stack it. I don't know if we can stack them. Is the problem. So we'll have a couple shelves here so we can put some food and stuff. I'm going to see if I can stack it so we can get it to be this high for these. So what do we need? Planks and nails? Woo! Lots of planks and nails. If we can, I'm going to see if I can stack them. If not, then I may have to figure out if I can move them up the wall and have them hung on the wall here. But for now, let's go and get some more nails and some more planks. We're going to have to end up making a bunch. Woo! Oh yeah, I got biofuel I need to currently get off me. Then we're going to have the dining room, or not dining room, but the front room. And we're going to want to have a pathway. So let's mark out the pathway for that. So you, here. Or should I have it where it's here? If I do this... This is going to pretty much be... pathway over here. If I could, I would have this curved around right here. So I think this would be the area where I would set up the dining, the front room over here. Because then you could head up over here towards this way, head up around, turn around, and head over into here. And then you've got the bathroom, which I'm going to be deleting this section of the wall right here. All of this section of the wall, because we're going to shrink up the bathroom a little bit, because we'll have the door open, we'll have the pooper right here, we'll have the sink and other items here, and then we'll have the bathtub here, which actually we could do this right now just by going to bathroom. The question is, yeah, it would be a little tight, but we could put a towel rack on here and a few other things. We could have laundry baskets right along here. We could have a bathroom sink and a couple counters, which I don't know if those kitchen counters would work in here or not. What was it? Furniture, bathroom, Woo, you're a big sink. Do we... Maybe we want to put the pooper right here, so that way we have the window nearby. Not sure where I'm going to put the pooper just yet, but for now, we'll just worry about that later. I think we'll take you... If there were mirrors, I would put this here, and I would put a mirror right here. We'll have the... Actually, this would be pretty good right here, because then you can come out, look out if you need to. Or if you want to. Or if you just let fart so bad you need to open up a window and stick your head out and be like, fresh air. But for now, let's get the bathroom designed. Bathroom. We got the pooper. How close do I want it to the wall? Looks like if I want it to be decent, it would have to be right about here. Yeah, that will be good, because then we can put plungers, toilet paper, whatever else we need to put there. Then trash can, which I don't think we have any small trash cans. I think we only have the big one. And we kind of don't need the industrial one, but I guess for now. Actually, that would be nice if we could have some more trash cans. Even if they're just decorations. And a few other decorations would be nice. So yeah, that's the plan for this area. Now I gotta think about what I'm gonna do here in this room area. We have the electronics here. We have my bedroom. I'm thinking we can turn this into a guest bedroom, so we can plan out a little bit of the room right here and use up some of it. We could add probably 2 guest bedrooms in here. But for now, we'll come back around here. I am going to need to move all of this somewhere else. The railings will be deleted and they will be moved, but that's going to be at a later time. For now, let's just get what we can decorated and ready to go. And then, oh, actually, I could set up some gaming computers up here and make this a gaming area too. Or in other words, we could set up computers and have for people too. In other words, a little play area. That's for this, which... yeah, we'll have to set this up a different way, but the possibility's there. It would just be a little bit of a pain, as you can see here. Which, admittedly, I could use this. Oh, I can't stand on that. But I could use this to do this with itself. So, yeah, we'll worry about that later. First, let's get this all marked in. Oh, we're missing planks. We'll move this out of the way since it doesn't look all that great right there right now. And I might throw in a little bit of an island around here just for the fun of it. So, furniture, dining room, living room, this. We might throw in a little bit of an island here and get... so we could store food and people walking by. So if they're coming in and food's ready, they can come over, grab it here, then walk over to there. Instead of us having to grab it, place it down over here. Stuff like that. Dining, living. Nah, we don't need a short, but one there should be fine. Okay, so we got most of this planned out. It's a lot of it's going to be filling out the crud and moving it out of the way. We are going to need a closet and other things in the process. Woo! Gotta love stuff like that. A lot of reorganizing, a lot of rebuilding, a lot of planning. Yeah, baby. But hopefully, we'll have everything ready to go at some point. Okay. I think once we get this spot planned out, I think I'll call it end of an episode. because we've got a lot of it planned out. It's just a matter of filling it all in and putting it where it needs to. Plus, I do have to work. Oh, yeah. Another 50-hour work week. Where it feels like it's never ending. Dun, 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 dun. You can go back over there. That's all good. At some point, I am going to have to put lights too, but that's going to be later. Alright. Up there, down, around, in here. Grab that. Process. You can be moved over here for now. You can be moved up. We'll move the sticks and everything around. Since we are going to be using firewood and other stuff and probably coal and things, we will need some places to store firewood and stuff for our fuel sources. Also, I didn't realize stamina still feels like it drains pretty quick, but it is nice. I guess it's not dropping as fast. Although I can't tell if it's actually working or not. Water? No. I don't have anything on hand. It's all in the vehicle. We're gonna need more planks. Okay, you done, all that done. He should have enough potatoes saved up that I should be able to switch them over. But for now, let's get the the living room dealt with. So we're gonna want a TV. We're gonna want a coffee table. Maybe a desk. Coffee table B. No, that's not gonna work too well. Decorations. We're gonna want you, but we're gonna want to be up. I don't think we can make it a wall mount, especially when the ground or the wall is not working too well. Wood cabinet. Maybe. Could try that. I'm thinking this is going to be the TV. I would like some other versions of this, but I think TV. Then we're gonna throw down a couch, a couple of couches probably, furniture. We'll throw down one of these big ugly things. We'll have it probably back here a little bit. Really?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Anyways, back to this. Plumbing, decorations, furniture. That's a little too fancy. We might go with, I guess leather chair. That might be not a good spot. We may want to might have to add in another TV, or we might have to move this in a different spot. I'm thinking add another TV, or move these back. Because if I'm sitting here, I could see the TV. Could see the TV. Should be able to see the TV. Then we're going to want to throw in furniture, living. Ooh, we could set this on the side, because we can store any videos and DVDs and other things if they still exist in here, like that. else? Wood cabinet, desk. Ooh, yes, we'll do a desk. We can take you and put you over here. Then we'll take a chair. Oh, we'll throw in a nice fancy chair here. We'll throw in a computer on here because we'll need to. I'm gonna grab some water. If I can find where... Oh, right, I gotta go to the truck. Alright. We have pretty much it all planned out and everything. I'm gonna have to start filling it all in, give you guys a little bit of a show, a tour, and everything else. But for now, if you guys enjoyed the decoration episode, please like. If you didn't, I understand. Not much happened. Just buying, decorating, talking about how I want to do some stuff, complaining that Mike is still needlessly harvesting resources for no reason. If you guys want to see more of this series, check out the channel. If you want to see other games I play, check out the in-screen credits. That shows what series I'm currently working on. And if you want to be added on to the in-screen credits like these people, make sure to publicly subscribe. After a certain amount of time, I'll add you on. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and you come back for more. I'm going to get ready for the next episode, which means a little bit of grinding, a little bit of gathering, filling in as many of these things I can, and then probably setting up some lights for next episode. Anyways, I'm going to let the credits roll out. Bye-bye.